What's up? It's your boy Roger Coles, aka My Social Designer. I'm a Canva verified expert and content creator. I like to hang out on Instagram and YouTube, and my tools of the trade are, of course, Canva, CapCut, and InShot.
Hi, my name is Núria Mañé. I'm a digital communications consultant and also a teacher and a speaker. And you can find me on my website, nuriacomunica.com, and also in social media, I'm known as Núria Comunica.
When did you first discover AI and what do you love about it?
So I must confess that I was not exactly an early bird with this. I started when ChatGPT did the boom, in November 22.
Yeah, so for me, ChatGPT was the one that was like eye-opening and kind of rocked my world. And so I started using it a lot for my work because as a designer, I love to design, but I may get hung up on like, well, what is the copy that I'm going to put in these design templates that I'm creating? And Latin text, you can only see the phrase lorem ipsum so many times before you're like, I'm done with that. I want real use copy. And so I started using ChatGPT to generate the copy for the templates, and it saved me a ton of time.
Yeah, and also I think that you learn from that, I learned from that because I think that I write quite well, but when I ask ChatGPT can you improve this? They give me good choices.
Same for me. And ChatGPT is so polite. Like I'll say, no, you got that totally wrong. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, you should be. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. This morning I was wrong and I asked it 100 characters, but I wanted to say words. And he was sorry about that. And I said, no, I am sorry about that, no? One of the things that I was more shocked, it was with one tool, Rask AI. You upload a video of yourself talking in your language and it translates it with your voice, but it's really similar to your voice. It's not perfectly sync, and sometimes you are still talking and it stopped before or something like that. But it's great to watch myself, talking with perfect English or maybe Mandarin Chinese or whatever.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that as a content creator is really time saving with AI, video that you created maybe for YouTube and it's 10, 15 minutes long, and the AI will select 15-second clips and add the captions to it.
And you also were exploring a little bit with creating code?
Yeah. So like I've seen even my friends, my friends have used it that way to have it write code for them. And of course, you have to know what you're doing still because it does make mistakes. So you at least need to be an expert enough to identify like, oh, that's not relevant or that's outdated and things like that. As a musician, I've used it to even test out writing songs. So Canva has some AI built into it. And I said, hey, Canva, I want to write a song about the struggles of posting on social media. Give me a chord progression for this. And so it gave me the chord progression that I could use in the song, and it gave me lyrics that I could use for the song. So again, it's not perfect. I ended up tweaking it quite a bit, but it's so good for generating ideas when you don't have anything.
Yeah, I always rewrite. Maybe I write something down and I put it and it gives me the replay, and then I mix and I do my personal imprint there. And also we can create avatars or buyer persona profiles, that is your ideal client.
Yeah.
And knowing, because sometimes we don't know them a lot.
Yeah.
Which social media do you think that they are using, in which way, which hashtags we can use to reach them, no?
Yeah, I feel like as a content creator, that used to frustrate me when I first started my social media channel on Instagram, and you hear all the experts saying, well, just poll your audience. And I'm like, well, I have 5 followers and like one of them is my mom and 3 of them are my cousins, And so there's not a lot of feedback. So using AI to help do some market research and even find out like what are the pain points of the people that I'm trying to serve, I found that that's been really helpful. So I've tried it with real estate agents and wanting to offer resources for them. So because I'm in Canva world, I'll say, like, hey, give me some pain points that real estate agents have, and specifically around branding and marketing. And then I use Canva as a way to help solve some of those problems for them. it can be scary to think about like, what does this mean for the future? But finding ways that it can benefit your workflow, I feel like that's where I'm focused right now.
Yeah, and I think that if you start now, you will be always in the front, no? And it's important because everything will change, but this is always like this.
Yeah.
Progress is innovation, technology. So it's important to know these tools. And then we'll see.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
But I think we can take advantage from them.
Yeah, I think so. It feels to me, this is the way I describe it to people. It's like when you have toothpaste and you squeeze it and the toothpaste comes out, like you're not getting that back in the tube. And that's how I view AI is like you can push against it, but the reality is that it has already really shifted the way that we do business. So finding ways that it can actually benefit you, that might be the best way to move forward.
I think the technology itself is not bad or good, but the thing is that the people who build it, they have ideas, and sometimes you have bias, and we are perpetuating some ideas, maybe gender, class, no? And also there's all the thing with authors, no? What do you think about the copyright and these things?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big conversation, right? Is like, where is all of this stuff being sourced from? Finding those AI tools that are very upfront and authentic about like where they're getting their source information from, I think is important, because it's not just art, right? Like with design and art, maybe it's pulling from artists who have posted their work online or something like that, but it's also authors and people who write, and like, where is that information coming from? So even me, for instance, when I'm using that to fill out copy for my templates, I have to be mindful of like, did they just grab this from somebody's blog and I'm putting it into a template? Like, you have to kind of do your due diligence to make sure that like the people who should be getting credit for their work are actually getting credit for their work. The things that I would want to see in AI are just going to continue to make my life easier as a content creator. Whatever can eliminate the friction between the idea that I have and pushing it out into the world. So I don't even know what those tools might look like, but I'm sure that there's going to be video editing tools that will be a part of that. Anything that's going to help, ease my workflow, like I'm down for it, but I'm not down for Skynet.